Sawadee ka, it's Natty from The Tiger, and you're watching Thailand Top Stories, today's major news in Thailand and around the region. Stay tuned for a quick update on the COVID-19 situation here in Thailand, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thai PBS is reporting that foreigners applying for non-immigrant, that's OA visas, for stays in Thailand of up to 1 year will now need a health insurance policy with minimum coverage of 3 million baht for inpatient medical fees, instead of the previous 400,000 baht. The OA visa is also known as the retirement visa. The Deputy Public Health Minister says the new rule is intended to ensure that they will receive proper medical treatment if they fall sick. But that may not be the only reason, because in recent years, Thai hospitals have reported foreigners in Thailand racking up large debts and unable to pay hospital bills. Following up on the revelation of yesterday's cyber fraud crime, banks are saying they will refund the money to the 40,000 people that fell victim to an online banking scam this past Sunday. Victims will get their money back within 5 business days for debit card holders, and for credit card holders, suspicious transaction will be canceled and new cards will be issued without any interest or additional fees charged for such card holders. The Cybercrime Investigation Bureau is renewing talks over the safety of such online transactions. The losses incurred by those using online banking are estimated to be over 10 million baht after hackers stole credit and debit card information. A cybersecurity expert gave a couple of tips on how to stay safe while making transactions online. First is to use a credit card instead of a debit card for future transactions, as credit card holders can refuse to make payments for goods or services they did not buy, whereas debit card holders' monies is deducted from their accounts right away. Secondly, don't link your debit cards to your main savings account. Instead, create a separate bank account with a smaller balance. And lastly, subscribe to phone alerts to lessen the risk of becoming a victim of fraud. Justice at last for a 14-year-old girl whose murderer has just been arrested after a 14-year cold case. This case has been a mystery since the murder was committed in 2007, and the fugitive has been on the run ever since. But yesterday, the suspect was finally tracked down and arrested in the remote northeastern Leh province. Police from the Crime Suspension Division arrested 65-year-old murderer for the killing of the 14-year-old girl. Police explained that the suspect allegedly had a sexual relationship with this young girl for a period of 6 to 7 months back in 2006 till 2007. Police reported that the murderer admitted to having sexual relationships with the girl, but he denied poisoning her. Regionally, Vietnam is set to host the upcoming 31st Southeast Asia Games or SEA Games in May of 2022 after being delayed this year because of the COVID-19 pandemic. This multi-sport competition features most of the same events as the Summer Olympics and includes both individual and team events. The SEA Games are held every 2 years in a different country within the region. Thailand holds the most all-time medals and gold medals of any nation in these games. A Vietnamese official told the representatives at the meeting that they intended to host the 11-nation event in Hanoi around mid-May. Vietnam has hosted this event before when the Games were held in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City back in 2003. In Japan, Prime Minister Fumio Kishida is assuring the residents near the Fukushima nuclear plant about the safety of handling of the wastewater disposal project. He said the planned mass disposal of wastewater stored at the tsunami-wrecked Fukushima nuclear plant cannot be delayed, despite concerns from local residents. Speaking at his first visit to the facility since taking office, Prime Minister Fumio Kishida said his government would work to reassure residents near the plant about the technical safety of the wastewater disposal project. The Fukushima Daiichi plant suffered a triple meltdown in 2011 following a massive earthquake and tsunami. The plant has been fiercely opposed by fishermen, residents, and Japan's neighbors, including China and South Korea. Let's take a look at the COVID-19 situation here in Thailand. As of today, the CCSA has reported 8,918 new cases of COVID-19 with 79 new deaths. Another 10,878 patients have been released from care within the past 24 hours. And that wraps up the COVID-19 update. For more news on Thailand, go to thetiger.com or check out our evening news, Thailand News Today.